What's up everybody, it's Kyle, and in this video I wanted to make a quick real estate, stock market, and stimulus update all condensed into one video. So in this video, I'm going to show what trends I've been seeing in real estate, what I've learned about the stock market and what we're about to go through with the stock market, as well as what kind of opportunities are out there to receive government money, to receive individual stimulus if you're a side gig worker, if you're a real estate agent, a 1099 worker, or if you have a small business and you are incorporated, you have an LLC. I've been working so hard during this quarantine time. I've been putting my foot on the gas pedal while everybody I feel around me has been taking off some time. Not everybody, but just I've seen some people just sitting back, and instead I've been putting my foot on the gas pedal, trying to learn more things, see more opportunities, and I haven't even had time to get a haircut. Look, I got COVID hair going on. And you know what? I'm not gonna get a haircut until you smash the like button. So until you smash that like button, please do it right now so I can get a haircut, because I know I need it. All right, so we're gonna go into segments with this. So you can skip around if you want. The first thing I'm gonna talk about is real estate market, real estate trends, real estate opportunities. The second, I'm gonna talk about stock market opportunities, what I've seen and what is about to go down in the stock market. Guaranteed. It's just a matter of, we don't know what's gonna happen, but I can tell you what's gonna go down and what I'm doing with my money. And then also, I'm gonna talk about the latest stimulus updates in the third part of this video, the latest stimulus packages, the latest stimulus updates for the second stimulus that they're talking about. So the first thing we're going to talk about is real estate. So real estate, in my mind, has always been such a safe investment. It depends. There's different ways of investing in real estate, but you're buying a physical asset, and right now, interest rates are at a record all-time low. Even for investing in real estate, it's at a record low. You're buying a physical asset. So what I've been seeing in real estate and real estate trends throughout this pandemic, at first it was a little skeptical. What's going to happen with the market? The market actually has held strong through this, because if you think about it, everybody needs to be home and everybody is reevaluating where they are living and what type of living situation they want to be in. So let's first talk about rates. Rates right now are so extremely low that it's basically 3%. Interest rate is, in my mind, it's almost free money. I mean, if you can look back at historically, there's been rates and people were buying property 16, 17%. That's like a credit card interest rate. It's crazy. But if the thing that people don't realize and don't really understand, I think, even people looking in New York City that just recently, I thought they were very knowledgeable about this, but they didn't know that you can buy real estate with as low as 3.5 to 5% down in some cases. For primary residential, if you want to buy and live in it, you can buy a piece of property for 3.5 to 5% down. What this means, a $100,000 property would be $3,500 down or $5,000 down. So now all you need to do is really talk to a lender to see what the process is with purchasing something. In a lot of cases, it will be even cheaper to buy a place and pay monthly rather than renting, and you only have to put 3.5 to 5% down in a lot of cases. Another option is to buy a building. If it's a 2-family building or a 3-family building, a lot of cases you only have to put down 5 to 10% or so in a 2-family building, and you might have to put down a little higher. The rules, I think, recently just changed, but you might have to put down something like 15% in a 3-family building, depending on the case of it. If you're buying an FHA, you could put down 3.5% if the rent roll can cover the mortgage. But you can look at this as a investment where you're living there and then you're offsetting the mortgage payments on the other rentals that are in the building. Now, there's been a big push for different type of living, especially moving from cities to more suburbs. There's been a huge push for places with outdoor space and for yards and places like that. So what this entails is a couple types of opportunity. Actually, it's to either get in the suburbs and see that appreciation rise, or look at some possible deals in the cities right now. However, there's that tendency that, or there's that question of whether people may be moving out of city type living and being able to, get a bigger place that's less money and pay less monthly rather than be in a city type situation in a smaller apartment and paying more for that. But there might be buying opportunities because everything comes back around, and once this whole thing's over and people start migrating towards the city again, there will be a push and property value could be rising. So there might be an opportunity right now to be able to look at investing in apartment buildings and situations like that. Now, don't look at it as something that you're going to buy and you think it's going to appreciate greatly. I always look at it as like appreciation is icing on the cake. If you have a buy and hold type strategy and the numbers make sense, real estate investing will always make sense if you can easily cover the mortgage with the rental payments that somebody would be paying you. So finally, what I'm going to be doing with real estate is just keeping an eye on it, looking for great deals, because there may be some great opportunities coming up. They always say real estate is slower to act than the stock market. So right now, the stock market definitely took a huge hit and now is up again. But as I'm going to go into very soon, we might be seeing something again coming with the stock market. So the real estate, sometimes there is a lag, and I'm keeping an eye out, keeping money on the side, waiting for good opportunities to arise. And like I said, if the numbers make sense, it's always a good time. And especially with interest rates being so low and the stock market being so volatile and such questions coming up as to what's going to happen there, real estate is a great investment right now, in my opinion. So keep an eye on that, but there might be better buys coming in the near future. So number two, the stock market and the stock market trend we will be seeing is going to be a rebalancing of portfolios coming up towards the end of June. So while there's a widely held belief of this, there's never been any real proof that this has happened, but it's common sense that there would be all these major institutions rebalancing their portfolios coming up towards the end of the quarter, just meaning that they're redistributing where they're putting their money. Say, for instance, there's been a massive uptick in growth stocks like there has been, that they may be taking some of the profits off of that and putting it back in other areas of their portfolio to rebalance their portfolio. So consider someone that has their portfolio set up in 50% growth stocks, 25% income stocks, and 25% bonds. So if their part of their portfolio has seen a higher growth in growth stocks, they may be taking some of those profits and reallocating those to other areas of their portfolio. So this is what I've been doing, is basically recently and as of today even, just to see if there's any companies that I've had huge growth stocks that I've seen a lot of profits come in, and then possibly shaving off a little of those. If I don't really believe in the company, maybe I've been shaving off a little of those growth stocks if they've went up a lot, and then just rebalancing those into other either dividend stocks or stocks that are still at lows. But honestly, if it's a company that I really believe in, it's almost like say Disney, for instance. It was at 80 when I bought it, and it went up to like 120. The all-time high was, I believe, 140. But if that dips again, it's really just a buying opportunity. If you really believe in the company, there's no reason to sell if the stock in the short term goes down a little bit. So hang tight if this happens. Just know that it may be a rebalancing of these major portfolios, and that may put a lot of pressure on the markets to dip in the short term. This is also why I'm a real big proponent in dividend stocks and the right type of dividend stocks. Say, for instance, in AT&T, where it was at a 30 and it went up to 40 right before the pandemic hit, and the big sharp sell-off came, and it went probably down to about 27 at the low, and now is up at about 30. Now this pays off a 7% dividend. So even if the stock is going up or down, you're still getting paid monthly on this. So a real good dividend stock is still very valuable, as opposed to something that maybe had to cut their dividends because they really saw a massive hit during this time. Okay, so the third part of this video is the latest stimulus update. Donald Trump has been quoted on Monday, but when he was asked by a reporter, stating that if they are working on a second stimulus package. And he is quoted by saying, yes, we are working on it. It will be very good. It will be very generous. So no one really knows about the second stimulus package, what it will exactly entail. He's saying it will be very generous. From the things I've heard, one thing I've heard is that there will be a $4,000 travel credit. We're not really sure what it'll be, but it was supposed to be coming early July. If you are still waiting on your $1,200 stimulus check, which was an original part of the CARES Act, which would give any individual making under $99,000 a year a stimulus check of $1,200 per individual, or $2,400 for a married couple. You can call this number 1-800-919-9835 and check on the status of your $1,000 stimulus check. So if you haven't gotten the free $1,000 EIDL grant, then you can email this email below. It's disastercustomerservice@sba.gov. I will put that below as well, and check on the status. This is anyone that is a independent contractor, gig worker, Uber driver, real estate agent. So check on that. Time is running out because the money is running out. So if there is a last stimulus package, and Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has been quoted saying that it will definitely be the last stimulus, but if it's going to be, he wants it to be in July. They want to see how the reopening is going and then evaluate from there, and that will most likely be the beginning of July. So we will have to wait a little bit on that. But in my opinion, for any of this other stuff, I'm not a financial advisor, but I would say the worst case scenario, if you do think you're eligible for any of this grant money, the EIDL, the PPP, the unemployment, for the pandemic unemployment, I would say just apply. The worst case scenario is that you're not going to get approved for it, but if you think you are eligible to receive any of it, you have a limited amount of time, so you might as well go apply and check on your stimulus if you have not gotten it already. So guys, thank you so much for staying to the end of this. Comment, let me know what you think, and I will reply back. Also, please hit the like button so I can get a haircut. I'm serious about that. I got this COVID hair going on. I'm just kidding. I have a haircut appointment on Friday, but hit the like button anyway. And also subscribe if you have not done so already, and hit the notification bell so you will get notifications every time I post a new video. And if you're on Instagram, follow me on there. I post there pretty much daily, so you will get other aspects of my life as well. Guys, thank you so much, and have a great day.